Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna have you stand on your mats and go ahead and just reach your hands up over your heads for me. Take a big inhale and then just reach up towards that ceiling. Gaze will go up. And then as you exhale, you're gonna let those hands drop down to the mat and then just hang there nice and heavy for me. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, reach down towards those toes. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And then you'll slowly start to restack that spine one vertebrae at a time. Reach those hands up back towards that ceiling. We'll do one more roll up here. Reaching up towards the ceiling and then releasing those hands all the way down towards your mat. Hang there nice and heavy for a second. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to restack that spine. Bring your hands behind your head and just hit that good morning stretch for me. Think about nice and controlled, almost like a 2 count down. 2 count back up, take your time. I'm okay if you single it, but I really just want you to try to get that top half of your body parallel to the mat and then lift back up. So feel that nice stretch happening in your hamstrings. We're just getting warm, so you don't need to rush through this. You're thinking to yourself, the hinge at your hips is what's pulling your chest forward. So there's no bend in those knees. All you're doing is giving me that slight hip hinge and then feeling the stretch in the back of your legs. You'll squeeze the top through those glutes. I'm going to keep you here for about 10 more seconds, so just take your time. As you hinge forward, feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Can you give me 1 more centimeter before you come all the way back up? Nice job. In 5, you'll meet me at the top. In 4, good. In 3, last 2, you're going to meet me standing. Option for my friends who have bands. You are welcome to stick a band above your knees. You're welcome to have your balas on. However you want to advance this for yourselves, you can. We're going to meet in the center of that mat. We are starting in some squats. We'll end up moving each way. So just set yourself up so that you can move across that mat. Heels will turn in. Toes will be at about 10 and 2. You're going to sink down into that squat, and then you'll stand, squeeze your glutes at the top. We're going to lower down into that body weight squat, and then we'll squeeze those glutes at the top. Slow, controlled movement, and we're not doing anything fancy right here. I want you to just find your form for me. As you drive your glutes back down, you're pressing those knees apart, and then you lift all the way back up to the top. Basic squat series here, but you're going to get warm based on how I'm setting you up. So as you start to fatigue, when you need to shake it out, you shake it out for me. You're going to meet me at the bottom for pulses in 10 seconds. So stay in that full range. We're not moving. We're just finding our form, trying to get those legs nice and warm to work. In 15 seconds, you're staying at the bottom. It's just that up an inch, down an inch. And the only reason you're pulsing in 8 seconds is because you're squeezing and releasing those glutes. In 5 seconds, you stay nice and low for me. In 4, stay low. In 3, good. In 2, now stay low. All I want you to do is squeeze and release. Squeeze, contract those glutes, release. Bring the weight into your heels, relax your shoulders, and just find that nice little pulse for me. You've got it. You do have a hold coming up. I know you're going to want to stand. Don't stand. You hold in 3, you hold in 2. Freeze for me right where you are. Here's where you got to check in with your body. Open your feet a little bit wider. If they're not hip width distance, let them come a couple more inches. Now sink down low. Perfect change, Shay. That looks great right there. In 10 seconds, you're back to full range. Fight for it. 8, do not stand yet. In 7, in 6, can you drive down 1 more centimeter? 4, 3, 2, back to full range. All the way up, all the way back down. No break. All the way up. Good. All the way back down. You're still finding that form, but your second round through should feel a little bit better. When you drive your glutes down, I need you to think to yourself, you are pulling that imaginary towel apart on the floor. If you think about the cue, you'll feel this differently. Like you're trying to pull your feet apart and then you're pressing your knees out as you stand all the way back up. 15 seconds right here. It's just the same 3 changes 2 times through, and then we'll start to move. So let everything start to fire up. Squeeze your glutes as tight as you can. Keep pressing those knees apart. You're in your second set of pulses for me. In 5, you can do this. In 4, you stay low. In 3, in 2, now stay low. Think to yourself, it's up an inch, down an inch. Your chest stays proud. You are just squeezing your glutes and releasing that contraction. Stay low. Thighs will be on fire this second round through. In 10 seconds, you hold. You're going to want to stand. I need you to fight through it. Bring the weight into your heels. Press your knees apart. Let everything start to shake. You hold for me in 3. Hold for me in 2. Breathe. Mental pep talk. Close your eyes if you need to. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, I want you to think knees press apart. You're pressing into that mat for me. You have 8 seconds here. Do not stand. 7. Can you squeeze a little bit tighter? Can you press knees a little bit wider? 5 seconds and you stand. We're going to start to walk, but I'm going to let you shake it out. In 3, don't stand yet. 2, here we go. In 1, stand all the way up. You give your legs a little bit of a punch if you need to. And then I'm going to have you meet me on the left side of your mat. It's 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left, no standing. So you come all the way down. We're going to step over to that right side, and then we're going to step back over to that left. It's 2 steps each direction. Can you stay low and controlled for me? As you're in that movement, you don't need a band, you don't need Balas to really advance this. If you think about finding the squat and not rushing it, it's not fast. Everyone thinks step and step. Good, don't rush it. Step and step. Focus on staying low, focus on staying controlled. Chest is proud for me. You're gonna now add a tap out. When you get to that right side, you tap right foot out, you bring it back in, and then you come over that left side. I'll move this down so you can see me. I'll show you. Just add a tap out for that foot. So when you get to that right side, you tap right foot out, you take your steps back to the left, tap left foot out for me. Nice controlled movement. You're just adding that reach when you get to the opposite side of each of that mat. You're going to meet me in the center, and we're just going to do 1 step each direction. It won't be 2 anymore. In 4, you meet me in the center. It's 1 step to the right, 1 step to the left. In 3, in 2, step right, step left. You can do it. Step right, step left. Here we go. Right and left. Stay low. You should be getting nice and warm here. Step right, together, left. Do not stand. If you need to stand just to shake it out, find that really strong squat that you have. Get down low and find that tap. You hold in your squat in 4, 3, hold center, in 2, just the tap out. Tap right foot out, tap left foot out, tap right foot out, tap left foot. Now, can you bring it at a diagonal for me? Switch the tap. Instead of to the side, it's like you're standing in a square and you want that back right corner, that back left corner. We've got it. You have your taps for 10, for 9, body weight squat in 8 and 7. Keep tapping. 6. Oh, you stay low with that band. Stay low. 4, 3, body weight squats in 2, on 1. My friends who can, you're going to add the heel lift in. All we have is a hold left, and you're out of this nice little leg warm up. Good. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. You press out on that band. You do not give up on that. Good. 10, nice shake. 8, shoulders look strong, head lean. 6, squeeze for me. Good. 5, nice. 4, 3 and a hold. Final hold. 2, get down low and hold. I know you don't want to, but do it for me. Yes. Take a big inhale. As you're here, what I want you to think about is press those palms together for me. Press knees apart. My friends who can take that extra challenge, you're going to lift right heel up. You're going to lift that left heel up. Meg, you're just going to press out on that band. 8 seconds and everyone stands. 7 and 6. You can do it. 5. Yes. 4. Final. 3 and a rest. 2 and a rest. 1. You made it. Stand. Band comes off if you put that band on. Take a big inhale. You're going to give me a nice little punch of those legs right there. From here, you're going to grab your light weights for me. Grab your light weights. We're going to go into a little bit more leg work. We're going to try to get hammies and those lunges in. I know the weights are light, so trust me when you're here. Mags, if you want to go for your 15s, you're welcome to. Everyone, we start right leg forward first. You leave the right leg forward. I'll tell you when to cue that left leg to move. We're going into that staggered split stance. So let me see if I can show you those feet. The left toes are right at the back of that right heel. You were going to start in your deadlift for me. I know the weights are light. You started with those good mornings this morning. Squeeze at the top. So you reach down for 2, lift, and you squeeze. We're going for that single leg. That right leg is what is working right now. Left heel is popped up. Just give me that nice deadlift. Squeeze at the top, and then you reach down to about mid shin. Remember, we worked on that posture so that back is flat. You squeeze at the top, you hinge at your hips. Yes, you can. You squeeze at the top, you hinge. Give me that single leg deadlift. All about that right side hammy. Don't feel like you have to rush it. You still have 15 seconds left right here. You are going to give me 30 seconds of a reverse lunge next. Only your left leg steps back and steps up. In 15 seconds is when we're adding that in. Stay in your deadlift. Nice, Jay. Now, don't think anyone that you have to reach further than if your shoulders start to roll, you've gone too far. Keep everything back. Turn this into a reverse lunge. Left side only, right foot never moves. Step back with that right foot and you step together. Take it nice and controlled. A hint of a hinge on that lunge. Yes, there it is. You step back, exhale, step together. Stay here for 20 more seconds before we add it in. It's going to be 2 of those deadlifts, 2 reverse lunges. You have it. We're getting nice and warm in those legs today. Find your breath for me. You're in that reverse lunge for 10 and 9. We put the 2 together here in 8 and 7. Stay slow and controlled. Burn it out. 5 and 4. Meet me at the top in 3 and 2. Now is when we start to speed it up. You're going to give me 2 of those deadlifts. Right foot never moves. And then you give me 2 reverse lunges on that left side. Left leg moves. So 2 deadlifts for me, 2 reverse lunges. Only 15 seconds here in this combo movement. It's 2 though. We're not singling it out. 2 lunges and then 2 of those deadlifts for me. You are going to bring that left foot back and you're going to hold at the bottom of that lunge. We have pulses. Longest change you'll have today. You meet me in pulses in 3. Left foot comes back. Right foot still has never moved in 3. Beautiful. In 2. Here we go. Left foot comes back. Find your hold at the bottom and then add those pulses back in. If you don't want to pulse, you can just hold. Now I want you to find a hint of a hinge forward. It's not a huge hinge, but you're just leaning into it and you're finding that little pulse at the bottom. You can do this. You're going to want to stand. I love how low everybody is. 15 seconds for me here. 15 seconds. You can do that. Keep pulsing for me. 10 seconds here, 9 seconds. 8 to go. Here's where I'm going to make a transition down to the floor. You're going to meet me in a forearm plank in 5, fight for it. 4, 3, drop your weights, meet me in that plank in 2, in 1, drop weights down. Don't worry about your computers. You're not there long enough. You're going to come right into your forearm plank for me. Forearm plank. Everyone breathe. You're going to end up ditching that, Max, because I'm going to make you move, but leave it there for now. Everyone take a big inhale here. We're going to start moving. It's 1 plank up, down, a shoulder tap at the top, and then you come back down. If it's too much, you can stay in that forearm plank and go in your reaches. Meet me there in 3 and 2. So you walk up to your hands, you tap left shoulder, you tap right shoulder, you walk right back down. The plank up downs are my personal least favorite, but they are just so good for you. I'm only keeping you here for 30 seconds. You're already 10 seconds into it. You meet me in your forearm plank. You're almost out of it in 5. Good. You got this. You got this. Keep moving. 4, tap right, tap left. Last 3. You're going to go up and down one more time. You meet me in that forearm plank after your last 2 shoulder taps. In 3, good. In 2, forearm plank hold. Forearm plank hold, freeze. Here's where you are going to glue those legs together. Ball can come back in if you want it. Now, friends who don't have any ankle injuries, you're going into your hip dips next. You're going to dip your hips to the right side. You're going to dip your hips to the left side. You're going to come through center. You're going to rock over your fingertips and press back. It's a dip right side. It's a dip left side, and then that rock forward. If we're skipping that hinge here, other options, Mags, is to bring knees to opposite elbows. Everyone is breathing through this. I need 15 seconds and you rest. 1 hip dip, yes. Perfect. There it is. Nice and slow and controlled. Make the connection. Hold on to it. 8 seconds in a child's pose for everyone. It's 7. Nice, Jay. 6. Really think about that dip. You're coming over that imaginary ball. 3 in a rest, 2 in a rest, 1, and you've made it. Nice. Press back. Everyone looks like they're just flying through this. So I hope we're feeling a little bit fatigued here. Find the stretch. Let's not just fly ourselves right up. You're going to find a downward dog. Stretch out your legs for a moment. We're going to stand up and we're going to knock out that other side. So when you're ready, pedal out those knees. Trust your body. Walk your hands into your feet, feet into your hands. You'll pick your weights up as you come up to the top. You'll give me a big shoulder roll to the back of that room. And then left foot stays static. Right foot. Your right toes are right at the back of that left heel. We go right into that single leg deadlift. Let's finish out these legs. You're going to go into that 30-second, think of it as a weighted good morning almost. You're in that deadlift. You should be able to find that nice warmth building in your hamstring. I know we've just added those light weights in. As you hinge forward, I want you to feel the stretch happen. You squeeze at the top. You hinge forward and then you feel that squeeze at the top for me. You have this. Everyone is breathing. Again, there's no rush here in this single leg deadlift. I want you to feel your hamstrings starting to fire up. Your core should be engaged here. As you take that big inhale, belly button is pulling towards your spine as you hinge forward. You've got to squeeze your glutes as tight as you can at the top. 10 seconds here, and then we go into that 30-second reverse lunge. Again, left foot stays static, never moves. Only your right foot is about to move. In 5, you're going to go into that reverse lunge right side. In 4, you have it. 3, beautiful. 2, right foot only. You step all the way back and then you step together for me. Basic reverse lunge, but I want you to think to yourself as you just fired up that hammy on that left side, can you drive through that left heel as you stand all the way up? When you come to the bottom of that range, can you get a little bit lower? Any knee issues, you don't have to, but find that hover for me. In 10 seconds, it's 2 deadlifts and 2 reverse lunges. Again, I know that it's not a heavy weight for some of you, but I want you to breathe through it, finding that contraction. Now put the 2 together for me here. You're going to give me 2 of those deadlifts, making sure your chest stays nice and proud, shoulders come back, and then you give me those 2 reverse lunges. It's okay if you pick up that pace a little if you're holding light weights. If not, you're going to stay slow and controlled. 20 seconds right here. No need to rush. Think to yourself, again, right leg only is what's moving. Left foot is static here for me. We're getting ready to go into those pulses where you step right foot back, you come to the bottom of that range and you trust your body right here in 10, in 9. So you're going to go through those deadlifts one more time, and then you're going to hit that reverse lunge. Everyone meet me in that reverse lunge hold in 5. Finish out your deadlifts right here, wherever you are, even if you're doubling them up. In 3, in 2, step that right foot back for me, and now just pulse at the bottom. I need you to trust yourself. Find the pulse. Can you hinge forward just a hair for me so we can bring it into that glute? Good. 15 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now we're coming into that plank. High plank or low plank, you're going right into plank jacks. I need you to get your heart rate back up for me in 10 seconds. 9 and 8. Option always just to hold the plank if you need to. 6, chest is proud. Look out in front of you here for 5 more seconds. 4 more. Hold in 3. Hold in 2. You've got it. Weights come down. You'll meet me in a high plank if you don't have any wrist issues. You'll jump those feet out and in. If you want to come to your forearms, you can always step out. In. Stepping is fine. I'm just giving you the option to get your heart rate up. Step out, out, in, or you jump for me. Yes, a hint of a soften that elbow for me. Just a hint. Good. You have 15 seconds. I know it's long. You're headed into a child's pose. That's why your heart rates are coming up. You can do this. Step out, out, in, or jump for me for 8. Don't stop, Jay. You have it. 7, form is perfect. 6, nice mag. 5 and 4, good. 3 and 2, 1, rest. Find your child's poses. Give it a rest right here. Trust your body. Let it have a hint of a rest, and then take a sip of water. I know you've been going up and down. I'm going to make you stand one more time. You're going to find your downward dog to get there. We're giving legs a hint of a break. We're going to go into your arms. Find your downward dog. Pedal out those knees. Take your time here. Walk hands into feet, feet into hands, and we'll slowly roll up. And because no one likes going slow, you're all going to reach back down towards your toes. You're going to grab your opposite elbows and you're going to give me a nice little rock from side to side. Feel those hamstrings starting to find that stretch. Come back through center, release those elbows. And we're going to slowly rock ourselves all the way up to the top. Big roll of your shoulders to the back of that room. Big roll of your shoulders to the front. You grab those weights for me again. We're going to go into arms. We went hard on those arms this weekend, so I hope they got a little bit sore. Saturday was neat. From here, we're going to go ahead and open into a goal post position with those weights. We're going to start with our rotation. You're going to rotate palms down, and you're just going to rotate palms back up. It's a nice rotation down and then right back up. So as you rotate those arms, elbows stay nice and high. Think about the soft bend happening in those knees, belly is pulled in here. You're finding that contraction. We're just rotating down. We rotate back up. Good. Rotate down. We rotate back up. You have 8 seconds here. 7. Beautiful. 6 and 5. Final 4. Good. 3. Last two. I want you to leave those hands down on this next one. Bring those arms down, keep them in the 90. Now hinge forward for me. You're gonna squeeze up, shoulder blades come together, and then come back down. So it's like you're pressing arms at that 90, you pull them back down. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades, inhale, lower down. So you're just hinging forward. Arms are still in that 90. You have 6 here, good, 5. Last squeeze, 4, and you pull them down for 3. Here we go for 2. Lovely. Keep them down on 1. Alternate your reverse kickback and that tricep. Reverse that kickback. Shoulders into your back, into your triceps. We're just moving along and confusing that muscle. Yes. Elbows are right where they should be, Meg. Nice. Everyone take a big inhale here. Relax the neck just a little bit. You're looking about 3 feet out in front of you. 10 seconds here. 9, good. 8, 7, and 6. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Arms are pulled in. You stand all the way up. You reach those arms back up. You go into your rotations again. Right back into those rotations for me. We'll add on to it. Rotate, and then you come back down. We do have some presses that we're going to add on in 8 seconds. You're going to press up overhead. Option 2, alternate if you have any shoulder issues. 5 seconds here. 4, good. 3 and 2. On this last one, keep yourself into that goalpost. You press up overhead. You pull weights down. Press overhead. Pull weights down. You've got it. We're going into that next 3 changes. We're hitting those biceps, those triceps, and those shoulders every time we hit 3 changes. So it's just like we're rotating through. We're not fatiguing anything so much that we can't continue on. 6 here, good. 5, last 4, you've got it. 3, beautiful. 2, hold here on 1. You're going to give me that high hammer curl. You pull those hands in, you extend for me. You pull those hands in, and then you extend. You've got to squeeze your tricep as you find that extension. And then you pull those weights back in for that hammer curl. 8 seconds right here. 7, good. 6 and 5. Arms stay out long and strong. Follow me for the next change. And 4, going into a fly. 3, beautiful. 2, now keep arms out for me. Hinge forward, soften the bend in your elbows. Arms fall down towards one another. You lift and squeeze. It's just a wide fly. Exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale, lower down. I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together like there's a pencil that you're trying to pinch. 5 seconds right here, good. 4, open them up in 3, leave them open in 2, good. Last one, leave them open, open to that, or stand all the way up, excuse me. Extend arms long and strong. You give me a little bend and press to the front. Bend and press to the back. Bend and press to the front. You're going to want to lock your knees out here. Soften the bend in them for me. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7, 6 right here. 5 and a hold. It's 4, beautiful. 3, good. 2, palms face me, hold. Arms will start to fatigue here. You're going to bring your arms in. You're going to reach forward. You're going to relax your shoulder blades for me. You're in a hold. Take a big inhale, soften the bend in your knees. Can you reach those arms 1 inch further? Can you relax shoulder blades? Is your belly pulled in right here? Arms come into a 90-degree angle, weights come together. You start to squeeze your forearms towards each other. They do not have to touch. I just need you to make sure you're squeezing them in like you're trying to find that imaginary beach ball and pop it right between those arms. Now, can you add a pulse in and up? Pulse in and up. Keep those legs at that nice hip width distance. Bend them. Let those legs help you. That's why I have you standing. 8 here. In and up. 7. Good. In and up. 6 and 5. You can do it. 4 and a hold. Don't give up on it. 3 and a hold. Keep elbows high. Last one right here. Now, all I want you to do is squeeze those elbows in. Squeeze those weights together. Trust me, for 8 seconds, you get a tiny break. In 7, in 6, yes, you can. 5 and 4. Keep squeezing. 3 and 2, 1, small rest here. Beautiful. Shake out those arms. We're coming down to the mat. We finished there. Bring your weights with you. Those arms aren't done yet. Set your weights to the top of your mat. You come to the back. You only have 1 set of push-ups today. We're headed into them. So if you need to do them standing, you'll stay standing. All the way down. Reach towards those feet. You're going to walk yourself out into that high plank for me. You have 1 hand release push-up and then 1, 2 count down, 2 count up. So you're mixing them together here. I want 1 hand release and then 1, 2 count down. As you think about what's happening here in that hand release, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then you press all the way up. Take your time and control the movement. It's your only set of push-ups that you're doing with me today, so do not rush through them and do not cheat yourself. 15 seconds. You meet me in a forearm plank. Keep your feet open for me because we're just going to really finish out those shoulders. 10 seconds here. Take your time as you meet me in that plank. In 8, in 7, finish it strong. Nice, Jay. 6 and 5. Last 4. Fight till you want and need that break. And 3, forearm plank. And 2, find your forearm plank for me. Open feet up or come to your knees. You're going right into your reaches. Right into those reaches. Yes, you can. Now take your time because you're fatigued in your shoulders purposely right here. As you're pressing into that mat, you reach that right hand forward. You reach that left hand forward. You can do this. In 10 seconds, it's a hold. And this is where I need you to find the contractions. Trust your body. 5 seconds right here. Good. 4. Oh, don't you stop reaching. 3. You can do this. 2. Mental pep talk. 1. Final hold in this forearm plank. Now, here's what I need you to think about. You press those forearms into the mat. Release shoulders away from your ears. It's a full 30 seconds. You're already 6 seconds into it, so it's going to fly by. What I want you to think about here is, do you want to lift your glutes up just a centimeter and then tuck them under? Feel those glutes squeezing as inner thighs squeeze together, belly button pulls in, and you've got that nice little tuck in your tailbone. Form looks perfect around these rooms. Here it is, final 15 seconds. I know you have it. Take the big inhale. Let your body start to find those shakes. Do not give up. Look to the edge of your mat. You have 10 and 9. No one breaks. Forearm planks. You get to go into a child's pose in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you rest. Press all the way back, open knees up. Nice job right here. Take the big inhale. Everyone take a moment. If you are feeling tight in those hips, I want you to let knees open up just a little bit. Then you're going to take a big inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to reach those hands forward to relax those shoulders. And you're going to open up your knees nice and wide. We're going to hit some abs next. So you get to come onto your back, you lucky little ducks. Everyone's going to come onto your backs. If you need a break from your balas, feel free to take them. You don't need any props. You're welcome to leave them on. I'm going to try to fatigue you here. So if you feel like you're in your hip flexors at all, ditch the balas. From here, you're going to bring yourself feet flat on that mat for me. Feet come flat on that mat. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. Take a big inhale. You're going to exhale, come to the top of that crunch. You reach your hands. You tap left, right, come back to center. Hands go behind your head, lower down. Big exhale. So you're giving me a crunch. You reach both hands and then you give me 4 heel taps. Do not cheat yourself. I need you to make sure that your shoulder blades are off of the mat. The reason that we've added that crunch in is because I want you to come up a little bit higher every time. I don't want you to start sinking down. You reach those hands. You give me 4 taps towards each ankle, and then you bring your hands back behind your head, lowering all the way down, lifting back up. You have it. Big inhale every time. When you exhale and you reach for those heel taps, I need you up nice and high. Now you're going to ditch the crunch. You're going to stay in the heel taps after this next crunch. So give me 1 more crunch and then just reach right heel and left heel. Stay at the top of that range of motion and try to find that pinch in each side of your obliques. Your shoulder blades have to stay high on that mat as you go from side to side for 10, 9, good, 8 and 7, final 6, tiny rest in 4, 3, beautiful, 2 on 1, hands come behind your head, lower down, float legs to tabletop. Legs do not move. You hear me? No movement in your legs. Take a big inhale. You crunch all the way up. You bring elbows towards those knees, then you open elbows wide. So you're crunching up, elbows try to tap those shins, lower down, shins, quads. Exhale, tap those knees, inhale, lower down. Exhale, tap those knees, inhale, lower down. Your elbows are coming in narrow. Yep, come all the way up, tap those knees, and then come back down. Beautiful, Mag. Don't let your knees start to come in towards your elbows. It's okay if you can't get towards your quads. It's the movement of trying to get all the way up there. Beautiful. Now you're going to hold at the top for me, and you're just going to give me that alternating tap as if you were in your bicycle, but your legs are not moving. Don't use those legs. It's all upper body right here. Tap, good, tap. Your legs want to move. I know, me too, but you're just going to rotate through in that bicycle where just your arms are moving for 8 seconds here. 7, 6, yes, you can. 5 and 4. Oh, you keep moving. 3, beautiful. 2, 1, come back to center. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Reach hands towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Lift back up, alternating dead bug. Big reach, exhale, come back to center. Big reach, exhale, come back to center. So you're going to feel this a little bit differently based on how I set you up. Upper abs are warm, and now you're going to feel this starting to go down and migrate towards that center of your belly. I want you to think, inhale, reach that leg, exhale, pull it back up. Exhale, pull lower back into that mat. You've got it. 10 and 9, 8 and 7. You're about to go into those bicycles. It's a slow bicycle. It's a 2 count hold each side. In 4, in 3, beautiful. 2, hold at the top, hands come behind your head. Tap that right knee. 1, 2, switch. Good. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. It's a 2 count hold each time. Do not cheat yourself. You know I'm going to let you go fast, so you don't want to be fast this whole time. Give me 2 more taps, and then you speed it up for 15 seconds. And 4, 2 more taps. 3, last 2. Now just speed it out. Twist and twist. Tap right knee, tap left knee. Here it's right knee and left knee. Just bicycle it out. You've got it. Here it's 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't stop. 6 and 5. Final 4, 3, 2 and 1. Legs come all the way long right here. Bring them towards each other. You have 4 roll-ups in between. Reach your hands towards the ceiling. You take a big exhale. You reach up. You reach over those toes. Reset. And then you come down on a 3 count. You're nice and controlled. The second your shoulder blades hit, you're right back up. You reach over those toes. You reset. They're faster than normal. It's 4 total. You meet me seated after you finish those 4. Heels come down, toes come up. Everyone's going to meet me in Russian twist. You're going to tap left hand to that right side, right hand to that left side. So I want you to reach for the taps here. You're almost out of those abs. Reach, tap. Good. Reach, tap. So you're used to just staying in that prayer position. Now, can you reach your hand past like you're going to put a seatbelt on? You reach, tap. Good. Reach, tap. Tuck tailbone under here. Drive heels down. Everyone release those shoulders. You've got it. Reach, tap. Reach, tap. You can do it. It's 10. We're going to be in a boat pose in 9. Good. Advanced group on. So we're just going to cue you through it fast. You've got it. 5, 4, boat pose in 3. I'll cue you how to get there. 2, hold center for me in 1. You're going to float right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. You're going to reach towards those heels and hold. Yes. Take a big breath. Exhale, reach arms long, pull knees in. 8 seconds here. 7, 6, final change, alternating V-ups, and you're out of your abs. And 5, we lower all the way down. And 4, trust me, you can do this. 3 and 2, we lower all the way down. Big inhale, you tap left ankle, lower down, tap right ankle, lower down. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's a full 30 seconds. You're about halfway through it. I need you to not give up on this. You're going to go into a happy baby. You're going to rest in 10 seconds. Do not cheat yourself. Trust your body. Yes. Legs look so long and strong, Max. Hold on to that. Nice lift right there, Kathleen. Everyone's moving. 5. Yes, Jay. 4. Point through those toes. 3 and 2. Last 1. And you rest. Knees come into your chest. Rest. Knees come into your chest. Rest. Take a big inhale here for me and trust that body. We're going to finish in an all 4 position. You've got about 4 minutes of work, and then you're out of here. You're going to wrap yourself up, and you're going to meet me in that all 4 position. I know I had you bring your weights down. I prefer Balas right here. I would actually prefer you don't use that 3-pound weight unless you're just feeling really advanced and strong, because I don't want it to go into your upper back. You're going to come into that all 4 position here for me. You know the movements, but we're adding some weights in. I'm going to fatigue arms and legs to finish it out. If you need to roll that mat or come to your fists, you can. You're going to start with that weight or that bala in that right hand. Extend the left leg for me. You do not need anything. I'm going to do a body weight. You extend that right arm, left leg. Bala or weight can be in that right hand. You lift up to the top, find your extension, you tap back down. You lift up to the top, you find that extension, and then you lift back up. What I want you to think about here, it's not fast. As you tap down, I need you to find length here. You squeeze your glute, you reach that shoulder. Belly button is pulled in. This is much harder. I know it feels so easy, but it's a hard movement. Hold at the top in 3. We have pulses in 2. Everyone reach and freeze. Now you're going to point through your toe. You squeeze left cheek, and then you reach right arm up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. Yes, you can. Little tiny lifts right here by squeezing and reaching for me. You have 10 seconds here. We bring elbow into knee. You're welcome to keep that weight in 8. In 7, keep pulsing up an inch and down an inch. Yes, you can. Thank you for using that ball. 5 and 4. Here we go. 3. Beautiful. 2. Hold on. 1. You bring elbow into knee. You give me a full extension. Elbow comes into that knee. You give me that full extension. Trust your body here. 8 seconds and a hold. 7 and 6. Beautiful. 5. Pull it in. 4. Hold it out in 3. Last 2. Everyone hold in 1. Freeze. I need you to find the squeeze in this isometric hold. Turn your palm towards the floor. Extend that left leg. Squeeze your cheek as tight as you can. Give me 8 seconds here. You can fatigue yourself by squeezing and contracting through that body. 4, 3, 2, come all the way down. Switch that weight out. There's really no break here. You find that full extension. We lift all the way up. We tap down. We lift all the way up. We tap down. I know I usually start you in this type of movement, but now that your entire body should be fatigued, I want you to think about where you're squeezing, when you're reaching. You're up in your pulses in 5, tap, 4, lift 3, tap, 2, up, hold little pulses. Now, in these pulses, you can cheat yourself, and I don't want you to. I want you to point through that right toe. I want you to squeeze that right cheek as tight as you can, and then I want you to think about the length happening in your shoulder. Good. 5, 4, pull elbow to knee in 3. Yes, you can. In 2, elbow comes into that knee, full extension. Elbow comes into that knee. You find that extension. Find that tuck when you pull in, pulling belly button to spine. And then you find that big reach. You give me 4, 3, good. Last 2. Give me 1 more, out hold, 10-second hold, 10-second hold. You rest after this, you're almost out. You have 8, 7, good. 6, you're gonna drop that weight, meet me in a forearm plank in 5, 4, 3, forearm plank in 2, drop your weight, find your forearm plank. We got less than a minute. I'm leaving you in a plank until we're done. Take a big inhale. Ooh, we're getting that full, we're almost at that full 40 minutes today, which I love. Forearm planks to finish, which means you're going to find your child's pose and you're going to stretch on your own. You're going to stay with me here and you're going to trust your body. Glue those legs together. I know shoulders are a hint fatigued here. Tuck your tailbone under. Can you get lower abs on fire right here? Can you squeeze your inner thighs together this entire time? We'll build on this for Thursday. I want everyone to take that big breath. In 10 seconds, I'm going to let you find your child's pose and finish your stretch. Really, really nice work today. Please drink lots of water. You have 8 and 7. Keep squeezing. 6 and 5. You rest in 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Find that child's pose. Big inhale here. And that exhale. I know you'll take that time to stretch. Have such a great day, and I'll see you all Thursday at 6:45. Bye, friends.